Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. What an honour, pleasure and privilege it is to be able to join each and every single one of you here. And what an honour, pleasure and privilege it is to be in the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to begin by sharing with you a story. And as I share this story with you, I invite you to momentarily close your eyes and really imagine what it is that I am sharing with you. It's December of 1985. Two parents are at their wits' end. Something is wrong with their 16-month-old child. For months, they've been to doctor after doctor, pediatrician after pediatrician, but nobody can tell them what is wrong. One night, with their child even more unsettled than usual, they head to the emergency ward of the local children's hospital. The ward is almost deserted, but there's one overnight doctor there, a young man with a smiling face and an accent. As he looks the child over, his smile quickly evaporates. He tells the parents that he can't be sure, but he has a hunch that he may have seen this before, and he fears that their child has a very rare form of childhood cancer. He prescribes a certain set of tests and commands the parents to return the very next morning to have those tests conducted. The very next day, the parents' worst fears would be confirmed. Their child had stage 4 neuroblastoma, a very rare form of childhood cancer indeed. The parents were mine. The child was me. The doctor, it turned out, was an American. The cause of neuroblastoma remains unknown to this day, with only 1 in 100,000 children being diagnosed with it each year. Notoriously difficult to diagnose when it is, the tumour has almost always already metastasised. A child, an infant, a baby with stage 4 neuroblastoma is given just a 5% chance of life. For 3.5 years, I underwent chemotherapy, radiotherapy, and an operation. And through the healing hands of God, our master physician, I defied the odds and lived. It was the instincts of an American doctor, fresh out of college, just in Australia for a summer residency, that proved crucial to my survival. So I'm fond of saying that I haven't only studied American exceptionalism, I've lived it. In fact, I'm alive because of it. I believe in God, personal responsibility, the sanctity of human life, limited government, a strong national defence, the right to bear arms, the State of Israel. Up there with all of those things, ladies and gentlemen, I believe in the United States of America. And if there is one take-home message that I have for you this afternoon, if there's one thing that I want you to recall when you go back to your hotel rooms later today, it is this: despite the undeniable, indisputable and incontrovertible problems, challenges, threats and realities currently afflicting the United States of America, this is still easily, by far and away, hands down, head and shoulders, the greatest country in the history of the world. Every single time I speak to an elementary school, middle school, public high school, or college audience, I look those students in the eyes and I tell them that the day that they were born in the United States of America, or the day that they moved permanently to the United States of America, is the day that they won the lottery of life. And they got the most incredible, the most amazing, the most remarkable, the most sensational head start on anyone and everyone everywhere else. This is the best country in the world to be born in, to live in, to work in, to start a business in, to grow a business in, to realize a dream. This is the only country in the world where you can blaze a trail and leave a legacy. This is the only country in the world where you can color outside of the lines and not be punished. This is the only country in the world where success is not yet resented, but still admired and aspired to. This is the only country in the world where your first language or last name means absolutely nothing. This is the only country in the world where anybody can rise above any set of circumstances to go on and achieve whatever it is that they want to achieve. And this is the only country in the world where your color is just a footnote of your life unless you want to make it everything. This is the only country in the world where failure is not fatal, where you can fall down 5,000 times, but if you've got grit, determination, and hustle, you can get up 5,001. Thomas Edison had 1,000 cracks at the light bulb. Colonel Sanders had his recipe for fried chicken rejected 1,009 times before he got a taker. Abraham Lincoln lost his first 6 elections in a row. Walt Disney went bankrupt twice, almost 3 times. Same story with Henry Ford. Again and again and again, the lesson, the theme throughout American history has been that those with passion, those with perseverance, those with persistence, those that refuse to yield end up leaving a legacy well beyond their time on this earth. But all of this, ladies and gentlemen, is imperiled. All of this is in danger because the left in this country want to change America into something it has never been, something that it isn't, and quite frankly, something that it should never, ever become. This is a war that we did not start, but it is a war that we must finish. This is a war that we did not invite, but it is a war that we have no choice but to attend. For where you sit and I stand is freedom's Colosseum. Freedom will live or freedom will perish right here. The rest of the world is too far gone. And the pages of the history books yet to be written will reflect the actions that we determine to take at this juncture. Did we invest in the next generation of Americans? Did we insist on our citizens believing in American values? Or did we continue to permit our children to be brainwashed by European values? Did we put God back into schools? Did we have God as the center of our lives? Did we continue to be bullied and silenced and harassed and intimidated by political correctness? Or did we punch the bully in the nose and relegate it right where it belongs, on the dusty bottom bookshelf of some fourth-rate library in the middle of nowhere? These are the questions whose answers will determine what happens. But I want you to have hope, because by virtue of the work that I do, I get to be in a different city almost every single day all across the United States. And I want you to know that there are patriots of the highest order fighting gallantly for our values, for our Christianity, and for our nation. Let the history books record that there was an unprecedented threat on America and liberty, and that we responded with gallantry and patriotism, that we were unintimidated by the cultural elites, undeterred by the scale and magnitude of our fight, and undaunted by the odds. This is a fight that we can win. This is a fight that we must win. This is a fight that we will win. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you, God bless Florida, and God bless the United States of America.